Have you ever felt that burning sensation when urinating, as if fire were running through your body? Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with that uncontrollable urge to run to the bathroom, and when you get there, only a few painful drops come out? If this sounds familiar, you need to stay with me until the end of this video. And I'm not saying this as some random internet phrase. I'm saying it because I know that urinary tract infections are one of the most uncomfortable and tricky problems in urinary health, and what I'm about to show. Before we go any further, let me break the ice with you. Many people believe that only antibiotics solve this problem, but the truth is that nature holds powerful secrets in simple, accessible foods that can act quickly to relieve symptoms. And yes, I'm talking about fruits you find at the supermarket, which can help eliminate bacteria, reduce pain, boost immunity, and even prevent the. And that's exactly why you can't leave this video, because here, there's no beating around the bush. I'm going to show you the 5 fruits with the most effective diuretic and antimicrobial effects for those who suffer from burning, pain, frequent urges to urinate, and that never-empty bladder sensation. We're going to talk about natural options that truly make a difference for your urinary health, and you'll understand why each one of them can be such a powerful ally in the fight against urinary tract infections. So, if you're tired of that cycle of pain, antibiotics, temporary relief, and then the infection coming back again, this video is for you. Because in addition to providing relief, these fruits help strengthen your body's defenses against bacteria, preventing the problem from repeating. The promise is simple. You'll leave here knowing how to turn your diet into a true complementary treatment to keep your bladder healthy and free from constant burning. Now, let me invite you. If you've ever been through or are still going through this type of discomfort, stay until the end, because in the next part, you'll understand exactly why these fruits work and how your body reacts when it receives the right nutrient. Before moving on, let me ask you something very important. This channel is still growing, and my goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers as quickly as possible, so I can keep bringing you serious and useful content about urinary health. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next video. And there's more. I need at least 100 comments on this video so that YouTube delivers this content to more people who suffer with urinary tract infection. Write in the comments, "I want to end urinary infection." That way, you'll help me strengthen this community and show that you're committed to taking care of your health. Now, let's get straight to the point. To understand how fruits can help, we first need to understand what happens in the body when a urinary tract infection appears. This problem occurs when bacteria, mainly Escherichia coli, which naturally lives in our intestines, manage to reach the bladder or urethra. Once there, they multiply quickly, causing burning, pain, constant urges to urinate, and even blood in the urine in more severe cases. And do you know the trap? Many people think urinary infections are something simple, but if not treated, they can climb up to the kidneys and cause serious complications. That's why those who have felt the symptoms once never forget them. The pain and discomfort are so intense that they disrupt daily routines, sleep, mood, and even intimacy. But here's the good news. Diet plays a direct role in prevention and relief. Certain fruits work as natural diuretics, helping to wash the urinary tract and flush out bacteria along with urine. Others provide antimicrobial compounds that make it harder for bacteria to stick to the bladder. It's like giving your body a natural reinforcement, making it less vulnerable to new flare-up. So now that you understand what's behind urinary tract infections and why they are so persistent, it becomes even easier to see the importance of using the right fruits as allies. Have you noticed how your body seems to warn you when something isn't right? In the case of urinary infections, the signs are clear. Pain when urinating, the constant urge to run to the bathroom, burning that stings with every drop. It's as if your bladder were at war with an invisible enemy. And here's the big question. What you put into your body can be an ally or an enemy in this battle. Many people still don't know it, but some fruits have natural properties that act almost like complementary medicine. Of course, They don't replace medical treatment in severe cases, but they can be the detail that speeds up relief and even prevents the problem from returning. This happens because some fruits combine three fundamental characteristics: diuretic effect, antimicrobial action, and immune system support. The diuretic effect means they stimulate urine production, and the more you urinate, the more bacteria are eliminated from the urinary tract, reducing their chances of multiplying and causing pain. The antimicrobial action comes from bioactive compounds, such as antioxidants and natural acids, which make it harder for bacteria to stick to bladder walls. It's as if they create a protective layer, preventing microbes from attaching and causing damage. And there's more. Fruits rich in vitamin C and other nutrients strengthen the immune system, making your body more prepared to fight off any infection. In other words, when you choose the right fruits, you're not just eating well, you're strategically investing in your urinary health. So if until now you've thought of fruit as just a healthy snack, it's time to change that view. They can be part of your treatment, a natural resource that works from the inside out, helping relieve burning, reduce discomfort, and bring back the peace of being able to go to the bathroom without pain. If there's one fruit that's simple, accessible, and at the same time powerful for urinary health, it's watermelon. Many people only see it as a refreshing summer snack, but the truth is that behind its sweet and light flavor lies something incredible. It is one of the strongest natural diuretics nature has given us. And why does this matter for those who suffer from urinary infections? Because the more you urinate, the more bacteria are flushed out. Watermelon helps increase urine production naturally and healthily without overloading the body. It works like a true internal wash, cleaning the urinary tract, reducing the concentration of microorganisms, and relieving the inflammation that causes pain and burning while urinating. On top of that, watermelon is made up of more than 90% water, which means it deeply hydrates the body and the bladder. This constant hydration is essential because in a well-irrigated environment, bacteria have a much harder time sticking and multiplying. In other words, watermelon creates an internal condition that does not favor the survival of the bacteria responsible for urinary tract infection. Another important detail, watermelon contains lycopene and antioxidants that reduce inflammatory processes and help protect urinary tract cells from damage. That means that in addition to relieving symptoms, it also contributes to bladder recovery and strengthens urinary health in the long term. And here's the best part. Unlike rarer or more expensive fruits, watermelon is easily found in any market and can be consumed in large amounts, whether in slices, juices, or even refreshing salads. The key is to consume it regularly to enjoy its diuretic and protective effects. So, if you suffer from urinary infections or want to avoid them coming back, watermelon must be part of your diet. It's the first ally on this list and a reminder that often the remedy is closer than we think, disguised in a common and delicious fruit. Pineapple, the anti-inflammatory ally. If there's a fruit that deserves to be highlighted when it comes to urinary health, it's pineapple. Many people already consume pineapple to improve digestion, but few know that it's also a powerful ally against urinary infection. That's because, in addition to being refreshing and delicious, pineapple contains an enzyme called bromelain, which has anti-inflammatory properties and helps the body fight off the bacteria that cause pain, burning, and that constant feeling of a full bladder. Think of it this way. While watermelon helps wash the urinary tract by flushing out bacteria through urine, pineapple steps in to reduce the inflammation and pain caused by these microorganisms. It's like having two battlefronts, one for cleansing and the other for inflammation relief. This balance makes a huge difference, especially for those who suffer from recurring urinary infections. Another reason pineapple is special is its high vitamin C content. This vitamin is essential for strengthening the immune system, giving the body more resistance against new infections. Anyone who deals with recurring UTIs knows how frustrating it is to feel better for a few days, only to have the symptoms return shortly after. Pineapple helps break that cycle, leaving the body more prepared to fight back. On top of that, being rich in water and fiber, pineapple contribute to hydration and good digestive function. This may sound unrelated to urinary health, but it's not. When the intestines work well, the risk of intestinal bacteria migrating to the bladder is reduced. In other words, pineapple works indirectly but strategically to help prevent new infections. The best part is that it can be consumed in many ways: fresh juice, sliced, in salads, or even in light recipe. Just avoid canned pineapple in syrup, as the added sugar can have the opposite effect and encourage inflammation. So if you're looking for quick relief and natural defense for your bladder, pineapple is a smart choice. It's the refreshing ally that not only adds flavor and lightness, but also intelligently fights the discomfort of urinary infection. Now let's talk about a fruit you probably already eat every day, but may have never thought of as an ally against urinary infection: the orange. Yes, this common fruit, present in many people's breakfasts, hides a power that can transform how your body reacts to the bacteria attacking the bladder. The secret of the orange lies in its vitamin C. This nutrient not only strengthens the immune system, making the body more prepared to fight off invading microorganisms, but it also slightly acidifies the urine. This change in pH creates an environment that's less favorable for bacteria to multiply, making it harder for them to settle and reproduce in the bladder. It's like vitamin C acts as a natural shield, preventing the infection from spreading. Another interesting point is that oranges are highly hydrating. As we've said before, hydration is fundamental for those who suffer from urinary infections because it helps wash the urinary tract, flushing out microorganisms with the urine. Plus, the antioxidants in oranges fight inflammation, reducing pain and that unbearable burning sensation that comes with the problem. And it doesn't stop there. Oranges also indirectly support intestinal health, thanks to their fiber. This is essential because the intestines are one of the main sources of bacteria that can migrate to the urinary tract. A healthy gut means a lower risk of contamination and, consequently, fewer chances of new urinary infection. But be careful. The ideal way to consume oranges is fresh, either in slices or in natural juice without added sugar. Excess sugar, as we've seen, promotes inflammation and can cancel out all the positive effects of the fruit. A simple glass of natural juice in the morning, unsweetened, or just eating the segments directly, is enough to reap the benefit. So if you're looking for a simple and accessible way to strengthen your body against urinary infection flare-ups, the orange is the citrus surprise that must be part of your routine. Delicious and refreshing, it works as a natural defense, helping your body resist bacteria trying to invade your bladder. Pear, the gentle protector. It's time to talk about a sweet, tasty fruit that often goes unnoticed when it comes to urinary health: the pear. Yes, this simple fruit, easily found in any market or grocery store, is a true protector of the urinary system. And the reason is more interesting than it looks. Pears have a very high water content, which makes them an excellent ally for keeping the body hydrated and stimulating urine flow. As we already know, frequent urination is crucial to flushing out the bacteria that cause urinary infections. But that's not all. Pears also contain soluble fiber that helps regulate the intestine. And this detail makes all the difference. When the gut is working properly, there's less risk of intestinal bacteria migrating into the urinary tract, one of the main causes of recurring infection. Another highlight is the presence of antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds in pears. They help soothe the bladder lining, reducing irritation and inflammation that cause that constant burning sensation. It's as if the fruit works like a natural balm, relieving discomfort from the inside out. And there's more. Pears are rich in vitamins like C and K, as well as minerals like potassium. These nutrients not only strengthen the immune system, but also help maintain the body's electrolyte balance, ensuring the kidneys and bladder function more efficiently. Think about it. You can eat a pear every day, whether plain, in fruit salads, or even in natural juices, with very little effort. It's a practical, accessible, and delicious way to care for your urinary health without relying only on medication. Of course, in severe cases, it's essential to seek medical advice, but adding pears to your diet can be that small detail that makes a big difference in your daily life and prevents infections from coming back. That's why pears are the gentle protector on our list. Not only tasty, but they protect your body in several ways, fighting inflammation, hydrating, and reinforcing natural defenses against bacteria. Strawberry, the small but mighty ally now. Let's talk about a fruit that might seem too simple, but that holds surprising power for those who suffer from urinary infections. The strawberry. Small, delicate, and sweet, it might easily be underestimated, but its strength lies precisely in its size. Strawberries are an incredible source of vitamin C and antioxidants, two fundamental elements for protecting the urinary tract from the bacteria that cause pain, burning, and inflammation. The vitamin C in strawberries works on two fronts. First, it strengthens the immune system, making your body more prepared to fight infection. Second, it slightly acidifies the urine, creating an environment less favorable for bacteria to multiply. In other words, those who eat strawberries regularly are building a natural barrier right inside their bladder. On top of that, the antioxidants in strawberries fight free radicals, reducing inflammation in the urinary tract. This means less pain, less burning, and more comfort when urinating. For anyone who has suffered repeated infections, this relief makes a huge difference. Another important detail: strawberries are low in calories but extremely hydrating. They help maintain healthy urine production, which, as we've already said, is essential for washing bacteria out of the body. And the best part is that they can be eaten in many ways: fresh, in juices, smoothies, or even in fruit salads, without losing their main benefit. But here's a warning: avoid eating them with too much sugar, whipped cream, or artificial toppings, as that can have the opposite effect, promoting inflammation and harming urinary health. The best way is to eat strawberries fresh or in light preparation, so don't be fooled by their size. The strawberry is the small but mighty fruit on our list, capable of bringing big results for your bladder's health. It acts smartly, strengthening the body's defenses, fighting inflammation, and making it harder for bacteria to multiply in the urinary tract. Now that you know the 5 powerful fruits against urinary infections: watermelon, pineapple, orange, pear, and strawberry, it's time to understand how to consume each of them strategically so their effects actually make a difference in your body. It's not enough to eat them once in a while and expect immediate results. The secret lies in consistency and preparation. Let's start with watermelon. Because it's highly hydrating, the ideal is to eat it fresh, in generous slices, especially on hot days. Another option is to prepare natural juices without added sugar. The important thing is to take advantage of its diuretic effect, ensuring that you increase urine production throughout the day. Pineapple can be included in juices, smoothies, or eaten in pieces, but avoid the canned versions in syrup. To boost its anti-inflammatory and immune effects, consume it fresh, preferably right after meals, since it also aids digestion. Oranges should be eaten simply, in slices or in natural juice. The recommendation is to avoid sweetening them, because excess sugar interferes with the fight against inflammation. A glass of pure orange juice in the morning already provides a good dose of vitamin C to strengthen the immune system and keep urine slightly acidic, making it harder for bacteria to grow. Pears, with their natural sweetness, can be eaten on their own, in fruit salads, or even in juices mixed with other fruits. Ideally, eat them with the skin on, because that's where the fibers that regulate the intestines are found. And remember, a healthy gut means fewer risks of bacteria migrating into the urinary tract. Strawberries are perfect to eat fresh, in small portions throughout the day. If you prefer juice, blend them with water and avoid adding sugar. Despite their small size, they pack a lot of vitamin C and antioxidants that directly protect the urinary tract. And here's a crucial point: it's not enough to eat these fruits on their own. You must also stay constantly hydrated by drinking plenty of water throughout the day. The combination of water-rich fruits with consistent hydration creates the perfect scenario to flush out bacteria and keep the bladder healthy. So if you really want results, make these fruits part of your daily routine. They're not just an emergency solution when pain shows up, but a smart way to prevent, protect, and strengthen your urinary health in the long run. final message and call to action. Now I want you to stop for a moment and reflect. How many times have you suffered with pain, burning, sleepless nights, and that constant discomfort of having to run to the bathroom every few minutes? No one deserves to live trapped by these symptoms. The good news is that simple, accessible, and natural solutions may already be in your fridge or at your local market, ready to transform your urinary health. The secret is to put it into practice. It's not enough to just know that watermelon, pineapple, orange, pear, and strawberry are powerful allies. You need to include them in your routine consistently to truly feel the benefit. Together, these fruits act like a natural shield, hydrating, cleansing, reducing inflammation, and making it harder for bacteria to multiply. And here's my special request. If this video made sense to you and gave you information that can improve your life, leave your like right now. That helps the channel grow and shows YouTube that this content is important and needs to reach more people who are silently suffering with urinary infections. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Our goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers, and every click from you makes a huge difference, so I can continue bringing serious and practical content about urinary health. And before you leave, I want to challenge you. Right here on the screen, the next video is already showing up. A video that will complete the knowledge you gained today. I won't tell you what it is, but I can guarantee one thing. It will open your eyes to something no one has ever told you about protecting your intimate health. Click right now and continue this journey of information that can change your well-being.